I wonder what the world will look like in the future. What will be people's habits and needs? Can I travel without worrying about the environment? Will I be able to live and work anywhere in the world? And what kind of new technologies will I use to make my life easier? I guess preparing for the future is about learning from the past and combine that with insights from today's trends and uncertainties. There are a number of trends, let's call them likely truths, that are expected to shape the world in 2020. For example, the young people of today will take online collaboration and social networking into their public and working lives on a massive scale. All the things around us, at home, at work, and on the move, that can benefit from a wireless connection will have one. All the likely truths must be acted upon by global companies that want to stay competitive the coming 12 years. We have also identified a number of critical uncertainties. These are important trends for which we don't know for sure the future direction. To illustrate these uncertain trends, we have created 4 scenarios. Each scenario is deliberately made extreme, but it's still plausible, it can happen. The first scenario is called brands and pipes. Imagine a world in which most user services will be delivered by a few strong brands, independent of network providers. Will this mean that I will use advanced services and devices from a company like Apple that are learning my lifestyle and helps me with all the services I need anytime, anywhere? In the next scenario, user choice, the demands from users and service providers generate a whole new common network operating system. Think of it as a Linux or Windows, but for networks instead of for computers. The system hides the complexity of different devices, screens and networks and paves the way for thousands of small and innovative new user service providers. Will this mean that I can pick and choose freely without having to worry about quality and security? Climate change surely affects us all, and that's why strong government actions in the scenario Green Shift will lead to new user patterns, changed business conditions, and new climate-smart businesses. Will this mean that I will have to change my lifestyle and perhaps use devices that run on body heat? In the final scenario, all-inclusive, wealthy and integrated providers offer one-stop shopping of entertainment, media, devices and communication services. Will we see a merger between Verizon and Time Warner that will offer everything in a box, leaving us with less choice? It's not about selecting one scenario. We will see aspects of all the scenarios in the future. The leaders of the communications industry who wants to create their own future must act on insights from all the scenarios today. So, pay attention as we start to explore the world in 2020.
Vietnamese Rangers and Marines move carefully. Heavy fighting has taken place in Saigon proper.
After 1 year of developing, IBM released their PC model 51. Now you can walk and talk everywhere. Ericsson's hotline is a portable phone. Thousands of East Berliners celebrated today as the Berlin Wall was torn down. PlayStation is a handheld gaming device from Sony Computer Entertainment. E-business stocks are falling and experts are talking. Hijackers potentially crashed 2 of the airlines into the World Trade Center. Skype now has the largest numbers of users. The voice over Facebook exposes friendship networks to public view and our modern conception.
China will this month reach the 1 billion mark for mobile users, 3 times as many as 15 years ago, according to the Global LTE Association. China reached the mark just ahead of India. The market for mobile devices in China is larger than Europe, US, and Japan combined, and about 70% of the Chinese population now has 1 or more mobile devices.
I would say that my life is much more convenient today, especially when it comes to technology. Around the time I was starting my first job, the technology available always involved too much fuss. You had to know so much more about how things worked, and there was always so many different things to choose from. The choice is just as wide nowadays, if not wider. You're free to choose from a lot of different brands. It's just that you don't have to make choices all the time if you don't want to. I know what brands I like and trust. Take the digital mirror for example. It's excellent. In my job, a professional appearance is very important, but I'm really busy, so I use the mirror to help me buy my clothes.
After a lot of secrecy, the search engine Babbel was presented to the press this week. For the first time, you can talk, discuss, and even argue with your search engine. The small Babbel client is open source and almost 1 million users worldwide have contributed to its development. Babbel is available over any connection independently of network provider. It is the most powerful and intuitive tool yet to explore both physical and virtual worlds.
I have no idea what the best brands are. Don't ask me. If they're the best today, they might be the worst tomorrow. Well, I'm pretty careful about personal integrity. Of course, if I really benefit by revealing information about myself, I'll do it. Like this time I got this amazing skateboard game for a pretty big discount. It was more or less free if I agreed to share some data about my interests and gaming habits. The game is really something though. With the XNet online connection, it feels like skateboarding for real together with my friends overseas.
Das mobile Payment-Verfahren Europay ist heute die
The mobile payment system Europay is now the dominant way for European consumers to pay, replacing both cash and credit cards. What really paved the way for the system in the European Union and created a cross-industry solution was the strong consolidation of telecom operators during the last couple of years. The system was modeled after a very successful Indian solution, IndiPay, and implemented after the necessary re-regulation of communication and banking in Europe.
When I was younger, I was, like most people with a conscience, very worried about the future, especially the environment. I think the decisive action that governments have taken was necessary. The International Climate Conference in 2015 showed that things are slowly changing for the better. We have an environmental bonus system. This works in many areas of your life. For example, when you buy food or fuel, and also in housing, healthcare, entertainment and education.
The 12-year-old program to improve the efficiency in the Japanese health and elder care system has for each year saved and balanced the Japanese government budget. The proud ministers of health, industry and finance today confirmed at an annual efficiency increase of 12%. At the same time, Japanese providers have successfully addressed the worldwide multi-trillion-dollar market for e-health solutions.
The memory shrine is my favorite thing of all. It is like a photo album, but much better. You can see all the people you care about. Technology? You mean all these things that my grandnephew Takashi wants me to use? Like some kind of robot? Oh no. I find them too frightening. But then sometimes Takashi insists, and he gets someone from the company I use to come to my home and install new things. The company gets paid to take care of me and make sure that everything I have works as it should.
The future does not just happen, it's created. And now it's up to you to lead the way.